Hello, everyone. So, before we talk about the podcast and the scheduling for the week, I would just like to take a moment to acknowledge that today in the United States is Memorial Day. And so, I'd like to take a brief moment here and just say thank you to those of you who have served and to the families of those who have served as well. I'm the son of someone who served in the Navy, and my wife is the daughter of someone who served in the Navy. We have a lot of service in our family, actually, and we're quite proud of it. So I'd just like to say thank you for that. Additionally, you might recall back in October, I did a month-long kind of dive into veterans and mental health. I spoke with people like Ben Killoy, Amanda Huffman, and Dr. Tim Overton about ways that we can improve the mental health for veterans and get them back feeling like they're home again sooner than later. So, for those of you who are struggling to find your way back home, remember, there is nothing weak about seeking help. Nothing. In those episodes from October, and you can find them on the front of my YouTube channel if you want to look for them, and I'll even put them in the episode notes here as well. There are links to various places that can help you if you are struggling to find your way back home, and I encourage you to do so today. Don't wait. Don't even finish the rest of this message. The rest of the message is nothing compared to you getting some help, okay? So make sure you do that today. Now, as far as the podcast goes, I've been away at a wedding for the past couple of days, and I just simply haven't had the time to finish the editing for the episode for this week, at least to my standards. And I don't want to rush it because it's actually a fantastic episode with Dr. John Rosegrant, who's a clinical psychologist. Dr. Rosegrant has written a book entitled Tolkien, Enchantment, and Loss. That's right. A clinical psychologist, a psychoanalytic take on the works of J.R.R. Tolkien. But it's not just about taking the works and kind of losing the humanity. In fact, it's quite the opposite. What Rosegrant has done here is he's giving us language to learn how it is possible that Tolkien and his works are able to connect us with humanity as incredibly as he's able to do. I mean, for anyone who's a fan of Tolkien's works, you know what I'm talking about here. There's this feeling of a closer bond to humanity that you get when you read Tolkien's work, even when you watch the Peter Jackson films. The Hobbit films, we could have a discussion about those. But at the very least, the Lord of the Rings films, I think, are pretty resoundingly loved for what they are. So, there won't be an episode this week, but there will be a full episode. We'll get back on the schedule again next week, starting Tuesday, June 7th, okay? I'll come out with the episode with Dr. Rosegrant, and trust me, you're going to love it. So, if you haven't yet done so, go ahead and hit the subscribe and/or follow button so you can be on the lookout for when this episode comes out, and be excited about it. We're going to actually learn about how Tolkien invented his own, or maybe I should say coined, his own word. The word is eucatastrophe. Think about that for a second. The man coined his own word to talk about how we connect with humanity. So we'll talk all about eucatastrophe, and I'll even give you my own eucatastrophic moment at the beginning of the episode in my introduction, okay? All right, I hope everyone has a safe Memorial Day, and again, for those of you who may be struggling or know someone who is struggling with mental health and are veterans, please encourage them to use the links in the episode notes and seek help and come back home.